in this grand auditorium to witness the 16th Primary School Annual Day program of Sindhi High School, Hebbal. Education is not mere acquisition of knowledge. It is a wholesome, continuous learning experience made rich with everlasting, sweet and pleasant memories of school. Providing such a vibrant platform for the young schoolgoers, tapping their innate potential and giving room for their future dreams, comes today's cultural program, Toilet. Namaste to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a cordial welcome to the chief guest of the day, Mrs. Radhika D. Shyam, a freelance writer, author, and poet. I take pride in introducing her to the distinguished audience. Mrs. Radhika D. Shyam is a freelance writer with nearly 400 articles to her credit. Most of them have featured in the supplementary editions of the Deccan Herald and also in a food research magazine. Her passion, however, lies in writing for children, as she has published a book exclusively on rhymes. Two of her stories, which have gone in black and white, have won awards. Mrs. Radhika has also contributed to her part in documenting rituals and recipes of the Sindhi community in 2 books. She has dabbled in writing scripts for Sindhi skits as well that have been enacted on the stages of both the Sindhi schools during various conventions and events. Presently, she has taken a break to work on a collection of short stories and do a certified course in counseling. A pleasant welcome to you, ma'am. May we request our Honorary Secretary, Sri Naveen Nichani, to give the chief guest a bouquet and a memento as a token of our love. Thank you, sir. A respectful and gracious welcome to the Chairman of Sindhi High School, Hebbal, Sri Rajan Daulatram, Honorary Secretary, Sri Naveen Nichani, and team of office bearers. A courteous welcome to the principal of our school, Mrs. Maitreyi Satyadev, and also the principal of Sindhi High School, KK Road, Mrs. Devika Kiran, and vice principal, Mrs. Alpana Kala, and vice principals of our school, Ms. Rachna Sarma and Mrs. Chitralekha P. A genial welcome to this venerable gathering who have assembled here on this bright morning to cherish their awards on stage performance. The innocent faces of children is where the Creator resides. Should there be doubts with the Lord's blessings when they invoke Him? The school choir will now present the divine prayer. That was indeed a tuneful and rhythmic rendition. We also have amongst us the Chief Operating Officer of Sindhi High School, KK Road, Mrs. Ratna Kumari. A kind welcome to you, ma'am. Lead kindly light, the guiding light, symbolic of the curious, glittering eyes of children. Let it sparkle and kindle the burning desires of curiosity, the basis of learning. We request our chief guest, Mrs. Radhika D. Shyam, to light the lamp. The delegates, along with the principal and vice principals, are also requested to do the honors.
दीपं ज्योति परब्रह्मा दीपं सर्वतमोपहं दीपेन साध्यते सर्वं सन्ध्यादीपं नमोऽस्तुते दीपं ज्योति परब्रह्मा दीपं सर्वतमोपहं दीपेन साध्यते सर्वं सन्ध्यादीपं नमोऽस्तुते
Thank you, sir. A pleasant smile and a small cheer. Children's words are music to our ears. Advita Kishore Madgaonkar of class 3D will formally welcome the gathering.
Namaste, Atiti Devo Bhava. I, Advita Madgaonkar of 3D, extend a warm welcome to all who are present here on 16th Annual Day celebration of Primary School, Section Sindhi High School, Hebbal. We are immensely blessed and honored to have Mrs. Radhika D. Shyam as our chief guest for the occasion. A warm welcome to you, madam. A gracious welcome to our chairman, Sri Rajan Daulatram, and his team of office bearers. A warm welcome to our dear principal, Mrs. Maitreyi Satyadev, Vice Principal, Mrs. Rachna Sharma, and Mrs. Chitralekha P, and all our dear teachers. A special welcome to our enthusiastic parents who have assembled here to witness their world's colorful performance. Sit back and enjoy a visit to Toyland with us.
Thank you, Advita. I take privilege in sharing the joyous fact that Sindhi High School, Hebbal, has completed 15 crystal years. Now, we present a glimpse of our progress. imagination, a well-nurtured imagination traversing into the world of children, creating rhymes and stories, our chief guest truly dwells in Toyland. May we now call upon Mrs. Radhika Disham to address the august gathering.
Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible. First of all, I'd like to thank the principal, staff, and management for having me here today and be a part of the annual day celebrations of the primary section. The Sindhi group of institutions is the pride of our community, and we're very happy. All of us are very happy to see its growth and progress. And especially this campus here, our generation has seen it from its inception stages, in the formative years, to grow into such a beautiful, big, fully developed school today. So, and I think I should add one thing to my introduction henceforth. I should call myself children-centric writer, because most of my writings have been for or about children. So that's double the happiness for me to be here today. Thank you once again. Parents, I assure you I'm not going to prolong my address, to a very lengthy one, because I know how anxious and excited you are to see your little darlings perform here today. And I have been in your place over the years on many occasions through the growing up phase of my two daughters as well. So bear with me for, I think, about 8 or 9 minutes, that maximum. Okay, since the theme of the day is Toyland, I thought I'd quickly sum up and draw your attention to some life lessons that can be taught to your children through the medium of toys. How many of you are guilty of gender discrimination in your choice of toys for children? Like getting dolls and kitchen sets for girls and guns or doctor sets for boys. If your son chooses to buy dolls or kitchen sets over cars and G.I. Joes, please don't ridicule him or stop him from just because you think it's not the norm. If you do, you could be in the danger of curbing and nipping his parental instincts in the bud, or discouraging him from being a good life partner who shares household chores with his wife in future. Likewise, encourage and support a daughter who wants a football, cricket bat, or gun. Now, please don't connect guns with only violence, because they symbolize marksmanship, a sense of power, and are also connected to the defense services. Secondly, teach them to value money and things in general through toys. Teach them to keep their toys in good condition and not discard or replace them when broken. Instead, see if they can be repaired or recycled. Teach them to avoid cluttering of toys by forcing them to donate some that are in good condition before adding to their collection. This way, they get to learn to be unselfish, to prioritize, and also to embrace the minimalistic approach early on in life. Please encourage them to share their toys with siblings, playmates, and any child who visits your house. One more thing you can do through toys is spur creativity in your children, like asking them to name their dolls and toys and make up stories about them. I also request you to please introduce them to toys, dolls, and games made closer home. For example, the handmade soft cloth dolls that are pleasantly plump, stuffed with warm cotton, rather than the cold, hard, machine-made, anorexic plastic dolls that ape the West, and look up to anything that has white skin and is blonde. Expose them to the colorful, vibrant toys from different parts of our own country. By doing this, you will not only help in improving the revenue of these toy makers and keeping their art alive, but subtly inculcate a deep sense of pride and respect for one's own land in your children. And definitely these toys are cuter and more cuddlier than I don't want to name the brand, but you all know it. Last but not least, never overindulge your children. Don't feel guilty for saying a firm no to the excessive demands for the latest games, toys, or gadgets. Let him or her learn that it is not necessary to possess everything that they admire or see their friends having. Someone has wisely said, appeal for a toy should be for its use or sheer pleasure rather than for the status of its possession. After the parents, it's the turn of my special favorites, children. Here's something for you little VIPs. I shall conclude by reading 4 short rhymes from my book on Madam Principal's request, and hope you like them. The first one, incidentally, is about toys. Our world and theirs. Little girls and boys are given only toys, but it's a well-known fact that grown-ups don't play act. They're lucky to get things that are real. A kitchen tiny set is all we'll ever get. We pretend to cook with a kid's cookbook, but they cook with ingredients that are real. We ride tiny tricycles and sometimes big bicycles, perhaps a moving toy car that can never go too far. But they, it's capital letters, on the road, they are on the road all day in vehicles that are real. When will we grow? This process seems so slow. Of this make-believe world, we are fed up. We are waiting eagerly to grow up so that we can handle, cook, drive, and do everything that's real. I've marked it in order, so excuse me. Yeah. The second one is for Sleeping Beauty. I'm sure all the children know this story. Dear Miss Sleeping Beauty, sleeping for 100 years must have been sheer bliss, undisturbed, unperturbed, with nothing much amiss, before waking up to Prince Charming's kiss. In your comatic state, dear Miss SB, how come you didn't age and didn't wake up wrinkle-free? And you woke up wrinkle-free. Not a single gray hair, all your teeth intact, enchanting enough a prince's love to attract. But tell me, dear princess, how come you had no issue in marrying a man who was 100 years younger than you? And this one is my favorite on turtles and tortoises. Tortoises are lucky creatures. Tortoises are lucky creatures, for all of them dwell within their own shells. No sharing a room or using a broom. No need to mop, no need to sweep. And when it's time to sleep, no making of beds, just tucking in heads and limbs to drown in slumber. No fear of storm, no fear of thunder, and when it gets dark, while still in the park, no problem of returning home. They can shamelessly, aimlessly roam, wherever, whenever. No question of being late, no locking the gate. No rent or lease, and no bills please. No box for post, no need to play host. There's simply no place for guests, no building of nests, or places to rest. Just a natural attachment of a mobile apartment. Tortoises are lucky creatures. The last one is called I Caught Mom Lying. I'm too shocked for words. I don't know what to say. I heard Mom lying blatantly on the phone today. I don't think I can meet you, my mom said to her friend, for it's raining cats and dogs since morning at our end. I badly wanted a pet, so I ran out to the lane. I looked up for a cat or dog, but it was only raining rain. Thank you once again.
Ma'am's speech regarding life's lessons with toys is indeed thought-provoking. You have actually spurred creativity in us, ma'am. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others, for it brings ultimate happiness. Samat Prasad Vader will propose the vote of thanks.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. I, Samat Vader of Class 3A, feel privileged to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion of 16th Primary Annual Day. We are honored to have amongst us our chief guest, Mrs. Radhika D. Shah. Our sincere gratitude to you, ma'am, for gracing the occasion. Thank you, ma'am. Our sincere thanks to our chairman, Shri Rajan Daulatram, and his team of office bearers for their gracious presence and encouragement. We thank our principal, Mrs. Maitri Satyadev, and our vice principals, Mrs. Rachna Sharma and Mrs. Chitralekha P, for all their support and encouragement in organizing this event. Our teachers have worked very hard to train us and have made elaborate arrangements to make this event a grand success. The presence of our parents in large numbers thrills us. We thank them wholeheartedly. We appreciate and thank all those who have made this event a successful one. Thank you all.
Thank you, Adir. Now moving on to the much awaited cultural program. For children, childhood is timeless. It's always the present. Everything is in the present tense. Of course, they have memories. Of course, time shifts a little for them. Now it's time for us elders to step into the shoes of children, discard all worries, and enjoy the present with childlike innocence. Begin the day with an awakening sway. Stroll into school, jump around merrily, and be open to life's lessons. Experience a typical day at school with an unexpected twist. Here comes the prayer with a dreamy sway.
தஞ்சாவூரு பொம்மை தலையாட்டும் பொம்மை தேவனை செஞ்சு வச்ச பொம்மைய பொம்மை பூமி கூட பொம்மை கோள்கள் எல்லாம் பொம்மை தேவனை செஞ்சு வச்ச பொம்மை ஓ பொம்மை ஓடி ஓடி வாங்க எல்லாம் ஒன்னா சேருவோம் ஆடி பாடி நாளும் அவன் நாமம் துதிப்போம் எட்டு திக்கும் பாடி மகிழ்வோம் எல்லாம் வல்ல இயேசு தந்த இந்த மூச்சு உள்ள
सवेरे सवेरे यारों से मिलने ठन ठन के निकले सवेरे सवेरे यारों से मिलने घर से दूर चले रोके से ना रुके हम मर्जी से चले हम बादल सा गरजे हम सावन सा बरसे हम सूरज सा चमके हम स्कूल चले हम दरवाजे से दुनिया के राज खुलते हैं कोई आगे चलता है हम पीछे चलते हैं दीवारों पे किस्मत अपनी लिखी जाती है इससे हमको जीने की वजह मिलती जाती है रोके से ना रुके हम मर्जी से चले हम बादल सा गरजे हम सावन सा बरसे हम सूरज सा चमके हम स्कूल चले हम रोके से ना रुके हम मर्जी से चले हम बादल सा गरजे हम सावन सा बरसे स्कूल चले हम स्कूल चले हम
Ta-na-na, ta-na, ta-na, ta-na-na, ta-na-na. 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 ಗರಿಗಿರಿ ಬುಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮಗಳ ಮಾಲೆ ಕಿರಣದಿರವಿ ಕುಂಕುಮ ಚಲ್ಯಾನೋ ತರುಲತೆಗಳ ಹಾಡು ಕಿರುಮನೆಗಳ ಪಾಡು ಅರರ್ರೆ ಬಾಳೆ ಚಂದಾನೋ ಕೆರೆ ಕಟ್ಟೆಗಳ ದೊರೆ ಝರಿಗಳ ಕಲರವದ ಪದ ಇಂಪಾಗಿದೆ ಹಸಿರಸಿರ ಪರಿಸಿರಿ ಚಂದ ಕೆಡವೋದು ಓಡೋದು ಕಟ್ಟೋದರ ಮಜವುಂಟು ಆಡು ಲಗೋರಿ ಅಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಳೆ ಬಿಲ್ಲಿನ ಬಣ್ಣವ ಬಳ್ಕಂಡು ತಿರುಗೈತೆ ಬುಗುರಿ ಬಂಡಿ ಹೊಡಿ ಐಸ್ ಪೈಸ್ ಹಿಡಿ ಚಂಗಂತ ಜಿಗಿ ಚಂದ ಮರಕೋತಿ ಅಣ್ಣೆ ಕಲ್ಲು ಚಾಟರ್ ಬಿಲ್ಲು ಕುಸುಮರಿಯ ಸುಖ ಸಿಹಿ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ सुनो घंटी बजी स्कूल की चलो स्कूल तुमको पुकारे पल 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 रोशनी जो मिली स्कूल की जगमगाओगे तुम बन के तारे
सुनो घंटी बजी स्कूल की चलो स्कूल तुमको पुकारे पल 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 रोशनी जो मिली स्कूल की जगमगाओगे तुम बन के तारे
कॉपी और किताबें सारी
स्कूल देगा
यूनिफॉर्म भी तुम्हारी
स्कूल देगा
स्कूल अब घर से दूर नहीं है
हम हो गए फासले
पहुंचोगे स्कूल के गेट पर तुम
थोड़ा सा भी जो चले
प्यार और नरमी से तुमको पढ़ाएंगे टीचर है ऐसे भले
सच 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 रीत अब है यही स्कूल की कभी टीचर ना बच्चों को मारे सुनो घंटी बजी स्कूल की चलो स्कूल तुमको पुकारे लाइब्रेरी में जो पढ़ना हो
स्कूल देगा
दोपहर में खाना भी तो
अरे स्कूल देगा पढ़ना भी है और है खेलना भी है दोनों बातें यहाँ
ध्यान उनका भी पूरा रखा गया है ये जान ले लड़कियां
वो जो पढ़ेंगी जो आगे बढ़ेंगी तो बदलेगा हिंदुस्तान
घर 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 शिक्षा जब पहुंचेगी स्कूल की शक्ति पाएंगे निर्बल भी सारे सुनो घंटी बजी स्कूल की
Namaste children. A big surprise. Can you guess? A new musical toyland has come to Bangalore, and all of us are going there to dance and play. Yay! Let's have fun.
Toyland, Toyland, little girl and boyland. When you dwell within it, you are ever happy there. Childhood Toyland, mystical Maryland. Adventures for kids and grown-ups alike. Character encounters come face to face with Toy Story. It's a Toy Story mania. Gear up for your trip. Join the excitement. Hang on tight for an interstellar romp in a toy rocket set to an out-of-the-world beat.
चोरी से छुप छुप के मैंने चोरी से छुप छुप के तिनका चुन के सपना एक बनाया। डोरी से बुन बुन के मैंने डोरी से बुन बुन के टुकड़ा टुकड़ा सी के सपना एक बनाया। टुकड़ा टुकड़ा सी के सपना एक बनाया। सपने रे सपने मेरे सच हो जाना रे हो जाना रे हो जाना रे। सपने रे सपने मेरे सच हो जाना रे हो जाना रे हो जाना रे। आजा डायरी में छुपा दूं, आजा तुझको छोटी में बांधूं, कहीं किसी को न दिख जाए। सपने रे सपने मेरे हाथ तेरा कस के पकड़ लूं, साथ साथ तेरे मैं चल दूं, डर तुझे ना किसी से लग जाए। सपने मेरे रातों को जग जग के मैंने रातों को जग जग के तारा चुन के सपना एक बनाया। तारा चुन के सपना एक बनाया।
जंगलातले पक्षी आणि प्राणी रमूया, फिरूया फिरूया, फिरूया फिरूया, वाऱ्याला गगनात करूया, फिरूया फिरूया, फिरूया फिरूया, फिरूया फिरूया, फिरूया फिरूया, फिरूया फिरूया, फिरूया फिरूया, फिरूया.
ಆಡಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಬೀಳಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಉರುಳಿ ಹೋಗದು ಆಡಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಬೀಳಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಉರುಳಿ ಹೋಗದು ಏನೇ ಬರಲಿ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸೋತು ತಲೆಯ ಬಾಗದು ಎಂದಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಇರುವೆ ಎಂದು ನಗುವುದು ಹೀಗೆ ನಗುತ್ತಲಿರುವುದು ಆಡಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಬೀಳಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಉರುಳಿ ಹೋಗದು ಗುಡಿಸಲೆಯಾಗಲಿ ಅರಮನೆಯಾಗಲಿ ಆಟ ನಿಲ್ಲದು ಹಿರಿಯರೇ ಇರಲಿ ಕಿರಿಯರೇ ಬರಲಿ ಭೇದ ತೋರದು ಗುಡಿಸಲೆಯಾಗಲಿ ಅರಮನೆಯಾಗಲಿ ಆಟ ನಿಲ್ಲದು ಹಿರಿಯರೇ ಇರಲಿ ಕಿರಿಯರೇ ಬರಲಿ ಭೇದ ತೋರದು ಕಷ್ಟವೋ ಸುಖವೋ ಅಳುಕದೆ ಆಡಿ ತೂಗುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ತೂಗುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ಆಡಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಬೀಳಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಉರುಳಿ ಹೋಗದು ಆಡಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಬೀಳಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಉರುಳಿ ಹೋಗದು ಏನೇ ಬರಲಿ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸೋತು ತಲೆಯ ಬಾಗದು ಎಂದಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಇರುವೆ ಎಂದು ನಗುವುದು ಹೀಗೆ ನಗುತ್ತಲಿರುವುದು ಆಡಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಬೀಳಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಉರುಳಿ ಹೋಗದು
It's your creation.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life is plastic, it's fantastic. You can touch my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. I'm a blonde in the girl in the fantasy world. Dress me up, make it tight, I'm your dolly.
You're my doll, rock and roll. Feel the glamour in pink. Kiss me here, touch me there, hanky panky.
You can catch, you can play. If you say, I'm always yours. Oh, I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life is plastic, it's fantastic. You can touch my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Yeah.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Oh,
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
yeah.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Where, Barbie?
I'm having so much fun.
Where, Barbie? You just getting started.
Oh, I love you, Ken.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everybody knows CE, a toy robot for you and me.
Check me out, this is my story. Look how I roll, kids don't need to worry. For all the girls and all the boys, I put my CE tags on toys. But only if I truly know that a toy is good, good to go. Here's my girlfriend, cute, isn't she? Not for kids under the age of 3.
Please, Lucy, stand in line. We need to check out if you're fine.
Look at Teddy, pay attention. He's my friend and true companion. Never lost a nose or an eye. He's my Teddy. Teddy doesn't cry.
I love to skateboard, see me go. Roll down the catwalk, watch my flow.
Covering up my arms and knees, don't forget your protection, please. Make sure the toys you choose are marked with CE and safe to use. You can ask your mom or dad, you will see they will be glad.
choco, 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 everybody say it, chocolate, chocolate, choco, choco, 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 chocolate. Wave to the people on the left hand side now. Wave to the people on the right hand side now. Wave to the people with a pretty backside. Now we do it all again and we feel alright. A choco choco, 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 a choco choco. Everybody say it, chocolate, chocolate, a choco choco, chocolate, a choco choco, chocolate, a choco choco, chocolate, a choco choco, chocolate, a choco choco.
Yes, I am a fairy dancing girl. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Yes, I am a fairy dancing girl. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Yes, I am a fairy dancing girl. Ooh yeah, and I dance, 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 dance. Fairies spin around, shake it to the ground, shake it up high, high up in the sky. Shake it down low, pointy, pointy toes. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Shake it in the front and shaking it behind. Shake it in a star, jump, star, jump, star. Aha! Shake it with a swing, hips to the side, pom poms to the left, pom poms to the right. Round in a circle, high in the sky, they dance. Shaking it behind, shaking in a star, jump, star, jump, star. Aha! Shake it with a swing, hips to the side, pom poms to the left, pom poms to the right. Round in a circle, high in the sky, they dance. Yes, I am a fairy dancing girl. Yes, I am a fairy dancing girl. And I dance, 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 dance.
Get ready to wiggle. We've been ready for so long. Get ready to wiggle. When you wiggle, you can't go wrong. Get ready to wiggle. Wiggle will make you big and strong. Get ready to wiggle. Come on and wiggle to this song. Wiggle to this song. Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum. We're ready to wiggle. Wiggle your fingers high in the sky. We're ready to wiggle. Wiggle your ears and wiggle your eyes. We're ready to wiggle. Wiggle your hair and wiggle your nose. We're ready to wiggle. Come on and wiggle all 10 toes. Wiggle all 10 toes. Ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum. 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 Ba-dum-bum-bum. We can wiggle and wiggle. Wiggle at home without a care. Wiggle and wiggle. Wiggle on your own or with teddy bear. Wiggle your teeth. Wiggle and wiggle, wiggle along with me. That's right, wiggle along with me.
सोचा कहाँ था ये जो हो गया, माना कहाँ था ये लो हो गया। चुटकी कोई काटो ना है हम तो होश में, कदमों को थामो ये है उड़ते जोश में। बादल पे पाँव है या झूठा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है। बादल पे पाँव है या झूठा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है। आसमां का स्वाद है, मुद्दतों के बाद है। सहमा दिल धक करे दिन है या ये रात है। हाय तू मेहरबा क्यों हो गया बा खुदा क्या बात है। बादल पे पाँव है या झूठा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है। बादल पे पाँव है या झूठा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है।
बस खुद की ही सुनता बातें ये नादानी से है नाते ये मुर्राता आते जाते ये दिल को कहता ये राते ये वो देखे हैं आंखों में किस्मत की आंखें डाले हैं, हवा के कानों में जाके कहे किस्मत कितनी है।
तुम बहुत जिद्दी है।
परछाइयों से face in the mirror, and I wonder what I see. I'm just a talented soldier, and I'll be all I can be. But right now, I just wanna be free. I wanna be all I can be. But right now, I just wanna be free. I wanna be all I can be. Though they say I'm a failure, do they know who I can be? If they wanna know who I am, they just have to wait and see. But right now, I just wanna be free. I wanna be all I can be. Look at my face in the mirror, and I wonder what I see. I'm just a traveling soldier, and I'll be all I can be. But right now, I just wanna be free. I wanna be all I can be. But right now, I just wanna be free. I wanna be all I can be. Hey, hey, I wanna be all I can be.
कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं। हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं। कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं। हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं।
अब तो हमें आगे बढ़ते हैं रहना, अब तो हमें साथी है बस इतना ही कहना।
अब तो हमें आगे बढ़ते हैं रहना, अब तो हमें साथी है बस इतना ही कहना।
अब जो भी हो शोला बन के पत्थर है पिघलाना, अब जो भी हो बादल बन के पर्वत पर है छाना।
कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं। हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं। कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं। हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं।
निकले हैं मैदान में हम जहाँ हथेली पर लेकर, अब देखो दम लेंगे हम जाके अपनी मंजिल पर।
खतरों से हंस के खेलना इतनी तो हमें हिम्मत है।
मोड़े कलाई मौत की इतनी तो हमें ताकत है।
हम सरहदों के वास्ते लोहे की एक दीवार है। हम दुश्मनों के वास्ते होशियार हैं, तैयार हैं।
अब जो भी हो शोला बन के पत्थर है पिघलाना, अब जो भी हो बादल बन के पर्वत पर है छाना।
कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं। हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं।
जोश दिल में जगाते चलो, जीत के गीत गाते चलो।
जोश दिल में जगाते चलो, जीत के गीत गाते चलो।
जीत की जो तस्वीर बनाने हम निकले हैं अपने लहू से, हमको उसमें रंग भरना है।
साथी मैंने अपने दिल में अब ये ठान लिया है, या तो अब करना है या तो अब मरना है।
अब जो भी हो शोला बनके पत्थर है पिघलाना, अब जो भी हो बादल बनके पर्वत पर है छाना।
कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं।
अब जो भी हो शोला बनके पत्थर है पिघलाना,
अब जो भी हो बादल बनके पर्वत पर है छाना।
कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं।
चलता है जो ये कारवां, गूंजी सी है ये वादियां, है ये जमीन ये आसमां, है ये हवा है ये समा।
हर रास्ते में हर वादी में हर पर्वत में सदा भी हम जीतेंगे हम जीतेंगे हम जीतेंगे हर बाजी।
कंधे कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं।
Pam 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 pam। ये देश है वीर जवानों का, बेलों का, मस्तानों का, इस देश का यारो, इस देश का यारो क्या कहना, ये देश है दुनिया का गहना। पम 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 जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी।
हर करम अपना करेंगे ऐ वतन तेरे लिए,
दिया है जान भी देंगे ऐ वतन तेरे लिए।
आजा आजा जिंद शामियाने के तले, आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमान के तले। जय हो जय हो जय हो। चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया, चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया। वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम। सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामला मातरम। वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम। तुझे सलाम अम्मा तुझे सलाम वंदे। आओ बच्चों तुम्हें दिखाए झांकी हिंदुस्तान की, इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो ये धरती है बलिदान की।
वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम।
देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला,
देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला।
झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा,
विजय विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा।
सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा हमारा। सारे जहां से अच्छा हम बुलबुले हैं इसकी, ये गुलसिता हमारा हमारा। सारे जहां से अच्छा।
Before we draw the curtains for the day, may I request all to kindly rise as we play the Nada Gite to commemorate Kannada Rajotsava, which will be followed by the national anthem.
ಮಕುಟದ ನವಮಣಿಯೇ
ಅಂದದ ಚಂದದ ಹೊನ್ನಿನ ಗಣಿ
ರಾಘವ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ರವತರಿಸಿದ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜನನಿಯ ಜೋಗುಳ ವೇಗದ ಘೋಷ ಜನನಿಗೆ ಜೀವವು ನಿನ್ನಾವೇಶ ಹಸುರಿನ ಗಿರಿಗಳ ಸಾರೆ ಕೊರಳಿನ ಮಾಲೆ ಕಪಿಲ ಪತಂಜಲ ಗೌತಮ ಚಿರನುತ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಶಂಕರ ರಮನುಜ ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ಬಸವೇಶ್ವರರಿನ ದಿವ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಷಡಕ್ಷರಿ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಪಂಪಲ ಕುವಿಪತಿ ಜನ್ನ ಗರ್ಭಿಸಿದ ಮಂಗಳ ರಾಮ ಕವಿಗೋ ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರಾಳಿದ ನಾಡೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಜಗಣರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಬೀಡೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಾವತಿ ತುಂಗ ಕಾವೇರಿಯವರ ರಂಗ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ವಿವೇಕರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಸರ್ವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ತೋಟ ರಸಿಕರ ಕಂಗಳ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ನೋಟ अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे